Hello everyone, this is going to be an important video for all of you who are preparing for the NMAT examination. Coming in the month of July, some people have started having a dilemma about, though I have been preparing for the given management exam called as CAT, but I want to switch over to other exams, let's say Syllabus, Syllabus, which are mid-level easy exams and they're in the top 20 colleges. So switching over from CAT to NMAT, is this a good idea? I'll say it's not the case. It's a rigid plan that everyone should follow. But people who think they are able to solve smaller and simpler questions quicker and they are good in the aspects in which CAT level of question they are not able to solve the CAT level questions. So I would recommend them to go towards these examinations, which is Syllabus, Syllabus and others. So this video is going to be an end-to-end solution for you for how to crack NMAT in the next 5 months. Okay, though we say the syllabus of all the exams are same, whether it is CAT, SNAP and MAT, but on the granular level the scenario is not the same. What comes in math, let's say quantitative aptitude of your CAT level examination, CAT or SAT, is not 100% similar. The same thing happens in your NMAT examination. So number system, geometry, inequalities or modern math are the important elements of your CAT exam. Arithmetic, algebra and your geometry will be the key important elements of your Syllabus examination. Coming to the aspect of logical reasoning, logical reasoning have two sections. One is puzzles, second is analytical reasoning. Now here NMAT specifically deals with analytical reasoning. There are specific kind of questions which we will show you today, which are matrix based questions, which will specifically come only in the Syllabus examination. So what I'm trying to explain, whatever peculiarly comes in that examination will have a plan only for that. Like in the previous video I told you that whatever is redundant for CAT will not study that. Same is the case with NMAT. Whatever is redundant for NMAT will not touch that. You can see the link of all the important groups and the webinar series in the description box. You can find important links and be a part of it. Let's start the cycle. Now it's going to be a detailed 5 months plan that I've made for all of you, starting from the month of July, August, September, October, November. What needs to be done? This is in this is into consideration that majority of the people will give this exam in the month of November. Okay, the NMAT examination before the CAT. So some people take it before the CAT and then one time after the CAT examination to see the improvement in score. For the verbal ability section, as you can see, the CAT is heavily dominated by reading comprehension, which is not the case. The overall number of questions which will come in verbal ability section will be around 36 questions. Around 16 questions will be RCs, but the remaining 20 questions will be verbal ability, which includes topics in grammar and vocabulary. For the month of July, I want you to spend time in an antonyms synonyms, which is vocabulary, analogies, fill in the blanks and cloze test. In the grammar, there are two sections. One of the sections which I want you to touch upon in the month of July is identifying the error. So there are sentences and you would have to spot where the error is. Follow only this much for the verbal ability section. Now we'll discuss what is important on the level of reading comprehension. If over the years, if you analyze the kind of RCs which comes in NMAT's examination, they are more influenced towards marketing, economics, science and technology and involvement in politics. So in the month of July, I want you to focus only on these genres of topics which comes here. So topics or subtopics like finding the central idea, finding the tone, finding the title of the passage are not the key important kind of question that you have to practice. These are straightforward questions where the inference based questions or conclusion based questions will be asked. So it's simple, nothing to worry about. But work on your attention skill, work on your reading speed for these specific RCs. Coming to the second section, which we have got quant. So quant is going to come with a mixture of logical reasoning and data interpretation. DI will not come here. DI and quant will come together. You can expect around 16 questions will be from DI and 20 questions will be from your quant section. Quant means problem solving math, which will come in the paper. The important topics, I have listed down everything, but specifically in the month of July, I want you to focus on time and work, SICI, ratio proportion, percentage, numbers, quadratic equation and logarithm. Some people will also question numbers so huge, what to do and what not to do. Focus on simple topics of divisibility rules, power cycle, remainder theorem, how to find last digit and second last digit, and then conversion of base system. These are the important 6 elements which you have to touch upon. Nothing above and beyond will be required. The types of DI will be consistent. I want you to have a thorough exposure and practice of tables, bar chart, pie charts and line graph. So what I recommend, first you go through the NMAT previous year paper. you will gauge the level of difficulty of the question which comes up. If you can look into it, if you're following some of the reference book, let's say Arun Sharma, I can say LOD 1 is a kind of question which will come up. If you do not have any reference book specifically about NMAT, you can put your number or name in the comment box. There's a lot of links which are available in the description box. You can apply there and we'll help you out with all the possible details which you need. Okay. The last section is logical reasoning. As I said, logical reasoning in CAT will be full of puzzles, but logical reasoning in NMAT will be devoid of puzzles. There will be puzzle, but the major focus is going to be on analytical reasoning. So I want you to focus on linear circular arrangements, classification based questions, syllogism, blood of relation, coding, decoding, input, output, alphabet type questions and direction sense. These are the important elements which I want you to touch upon in the month of July. Specifically about the month of July, I want also you to write 2 sectional tests, specifically about for people who are writing, who are keeping NMAT on the priority list. 2 sectional tests right from, let's say, whenever you watch this video, 15 days from now and 38 days from now, you will be writing the 2 sectional tests of the NMAT or the NMAT examination. Each of the section, verbal, cont and LRDI, you can break, you can take out the entire question paper in the form of a PDF and make sure you're studying with a stopwatch so that you understand how much time you're utilizing for the given section. Now coming to the month of August, which is important, here we'll practice some of the advanced level concepts. In vocabulary, we'll touch upon fill in the blanks, closed tests and vocabulary tests. Vocabulary is something which will go on, but even if you start solving a vocabulary based question, you'll be able to understand how options can help you to get the answer. In the grammar and the month of August, I want you to touch upon prepositions. This is the second type of question which will come up in the examination of NMAT. The first time, as I said, will be spotifying the error, and the second will be on prepositions. On the reading comprehension side, we'll go slightly advanced, we'll solve questions and passages on philosophy and mythology also in the month of August. As far as cont is concerned, there are heavy topics which is permutation and combination, probability, coordinate geometry, progression, Venn diagrams and geometry. I want, though it's advanced level topic altogether, but the basic formulas and theorems also, if you're ready with, you will be able to solve the questions. Of geometry, don't solve everything, only solve questions on circles and triangles. Only solve questions on circles and triangle. Nothing above and beyond will be required in the examination. Next is data interpretation. Data interpretation is going to be consistent. You will see questions on table, bar charts, pie charts and line graphs, which will not be disturbed. Just like the month of July, you will also solve the questions in the month of August also. And logical reasoning, you will see specifically, you will see questions which are matrix based questions, symbol based questions and puzzles. These are heavy topics, especially marking matrix based question which will come up in the examination. Only in the month of August I want to touch upon puzzles. Before that you are solving only non-puzzles. And the most important element which comes for almost 10 to 12 marks in the Simuji paper will be critical reasoning. So questions on arguments, assumption, inference, course of action will be heavily important. You cannot skip it before you go for this examination. So this August will be key important month that we will have to slog our ass to crack this examination. Over here I want you to write 2 sectional tests and 1 full length test. 1 full length test. I want you to understand where do you stand in the entire NMAT preparation journey. Out of the total marks, how much marks do you have to get? The overall score that we have to get will be around 210. By the end of August, even if you are on the scale of around 170 or 180, I'm very happy. I'm sure you will be able to crack this exam really well. Let's keep an agenda of 180. By August end, I have to crack 180 plus in the mock test of this NMAT examination. September. Okay. So ideally by September we'll be able to finish every possible syllabus which comes in the Simuji examination. For vocabulary we'll give only topic level test because you have done basic, advanced, everything. Grammar also topic level test. Reading comprehension topic level test. And how do you solve those questions? Take the NMAT official guide. Buy this guide. This is going to be a Bible which you have to follow. I'm not saying the questions will be based out on of the given book. Doesn't happen. But the pattern will be same. Only numbers and figures will change. Okay. In cont, you will revise everything, whatever you have studied. You will do your SWOT analysis, what is your strength area and what is the weak area. You will also solve 25 sums of each topic from the NMAT official guide. DI will also be consistent. As I said, 20 questions from your cont and problem solving and 16 questions from DI is the weightage or distribution which you have got. See how much can you get from DI, see how much can you get from math. Overall, how much you are able to get is what I have to see. Logical reasoning. In the month of September, focus only on what is relevant. Matrix based question, input, output, Venn diagrams, syllogism, critical reasoning, and solve all the questions of NMAT official guide. Okay. In the month of September, technically I also want you to solve one more mock, so we'll keep the same agenda. So 2 sectional tests and 1 full length test. I'm going very slow at this point of time, that's okay, but even if you're able to do this much, I am assuring you that by following this plan, you'll be able to crack the Nasimunji examination really well. The last 2 months, which is October and November, I'm assuming by November you will be able to write the first attempt of NMAT. In the month of October, you will be having 4 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4. In each of the 4 weeks, you will take 4 full length mock, 4 FLT, full length mock test of NMAT. The objective by October, I have to cross 200. I repeat, by October end, I have to cross 200 because my objective is to get 210 plus in the actual paper in the month of November. Okay, and you will also write 2 sectional tests, which is each of verbal, logic and quant. Your heavy focus is going to be on vocabulary, grammar, matrix, base question, input, output, Venn diagram, arithmetic and algebra. If you are not able to understand what is matrix based question, please comment, we'll answer what sort of question are we talking about. As I said, not heavy weightage will be given to RC, but at least you should be able to solve 1 RC a day. I'm happy with that. We'll also revise all the important questions and patterns from the NMAT official guide. So the most crucial month is going to be October, by when I want you to be on the level of 200 plus. The last month is November, which is the killer month. I want you to be on a stage of 210 plus in the month. So some people, majority of the people plan around 15th of November. So I want in the first week you will write the first full length mock, in the second week you will write the second full length mock. In the mock itself, I should be able to get around 200 plus marks. It's not the case in the mock you're scoring 180 and the paper will give you 210. Doesn't happen. Whatever you score in mock, you will get the optimum marks here. If you do not have mock test, please comment and go to the description box links. We'll help you out with the mock test also. Then I want you to follow 1 sectional test. It's a very chilled month. 1 sectional test of logic, verbal and quant is something which you'll follow. The most important part, by around 10th of November, you have to strategize everything, that what should be the ideal number of attempts that you will follow in verbal. Same is the case with quant, and how much marks you are expecting from all 3 of them, so that together you are able to get 300 and 210 plus marks in the NMAT examination. So I want you to follow rigidly the next 5 months plan which I am sharing with you. If you want to follow any important link, it's all available in the description box. You can follow this, you can watch this video a number of times and help yourself for the given examination of NMAT. I wish you all the very best for this upcoming examination series, and if you have any questions, you can put it into the comment box so that I can help you out with the answers. Thank you.